This game has already been played. I'm going to show you how the game was played. Player 1 started off and they rolled a 2, a 1, and a 4. They knew they wanted to try and get 1 using part of the equation. So they did 2 minus 1 equals 1 and wrote their equation right here. Next, they were going to try and use these numbers to get 2. I know 4 minus 2 equals 2. Then they are going to keep going to see if they can get to 3. I know that 2 plus 1 equals 3, and they wrote their problem down right here. Now, they have to try and use at least 2 or 3 dice to come up with 4. I can't think of a way to come up with 4 with these numbers, even though we rolled a 4. So now it's player 2's turn. Player 2 rolled a 1, and a 1. Well, I know that 1 plus 1 is 2, and 2 minus 1 equals 1. So player 2 wrote their equation over here. Then, I know that 1 plus 1 equals 2. Player 2 wrote 1 plus 1 equals 2 in this spot. Now, I'm looking to see if I can get 3. 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 3. Here's their equation. Now, it's player 1's turn, because I can't come up with a way to make 4 out of just these 3 numbers. Player 4 rolled a 5, a 6, and a 3. None of these together can get a 4. So player 1's turn is over, and it is now player 2's turn. Player 2 rolled a 4, a 1, and a 3. They're trying to get 4. Well, I know that 5 minus 1 equals 4. Player 1 wrote their equation over here. 5 minus 1 equals 4. Now they're going to try and come up with a way to get to 5. I don't see a way to come up with 5 with these dice, so now it's player 1's turn. Play continues until all of the boxes are full on one person's side. The person to fill their box up first wins. For this game, you are going to need 3 6-sided dice. Player 1 is going to begin by rolling their dice, and they're going to keep the highest number and write it in their first blank. Then they roll the next 2 dice. Their next highest is 3. Then they roll the last dice. They rolled a 6. Now we're going to add all of these up. 5 plus 3 is 8, 8 plus 6 equals 14. Now it's player 2's turn. Player 2 rolls the dice and keeps the highest digit. They write that digit in the box, then roll the 2 remaining dice. The next highest is 4, and then they roll the dice one more time. They got a 2. They're going to add these points together. 3 plus 4 is 7. 7 plus 2 is 9. Now I compare the 2 numbers. 14 is greater than 9, so player 1 gets 1 point. Now play moves to the second round. Player 1 will roll the dice. They will pull out a 6. Even though they rolled 2 6s, they just get to keep 1 number. Then they roll the dice again. They also rolled another 6. Finally, they roll the last dice and get a third 6. I know that 6 plus 6 plus 6 equals 18. Player 2 is going to have a hard time beating that one, but they'll try. Oop, they got a 2. At this point, it would be a good idea to ask your kids if player 2 could win this round, and if they couldn't, ask them why not. This is a good question to help their number sense. Oops, I rolled too many dice. And 3. 2 plus 6 is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. 18 is still greater than 11, so player 1 gets another point. Play continues until all of this is filled. For a more difficult version, try using 10-sided dice to add 12-sided dice or 20-sided dice. You can also change your operation. So maybe say instead of addition, you have a 3rd or 4th or 5th grader and you want them to try this game but use multiplication instead, you can change these to multiplication and give your kids the same game and see who wins. This is a great game to practice adding and multiplication if your kids are ready for that extension. I'm going to show you how to play 3 dice take. This game requires 2 people, 3 dice, and your board. The first player is going to roll all 3 dice. I got a 6, a 9, and a 3. Now I'm going to use all 3 numbers with any combination of operations to add, subtract, multiply, or divide and get a number on the board. I'm going to do 6 times 3 plus 9. If I do 6 times 3 plus 9, that gives me 27. I'm going to mark off 27 on the board. I get 1 point because I covered the first box. Because there are no other boxes around yet, I don't get any other points. Now it's player 2's turn. They are also going to roll all 3 dice. 6, 4, and 9. Player 2 is going to come up with any combination of numbers for what they want to do here. I think I'm going to do 9 plus 6 plus 4. That equals 19. I'm going to cross off 19 on the board. I get 1 point for having 19 covered, and I get 1 point because 27 has already been covered. Now it's player 1's turn. Player 1 has 9, 7, and 0. As player 1, I'm going to do 9 plus 7 plus 0, which will give me 16. I should put my other numbers here as well. I'm going to cross off 16. Since there are no points around, I also only get 1 point. Now it's player 2's turn. Player 2 rolled a 7, a 6, and a 2. Player 2 is going to do 7 times 2 plus 6, which equals 20. Now, player 2 is going to look and see how many points they get. They get 1 point for what they covered, 1 point because 19 touches it, and 1 point because 27 touches it. That's 3 points total. Play continues like this until all of the scorecard has been filled up and the person with the most points wins. To make this easier, you could use 6-sided dice. You could also make it more difficult by using the 12-sided dice, or really give your kids a challenge by having them use the 20-sided dice. You can also create your own board that goes past 39. Have fun with this game.